Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Stadium. I'm the commentator, my name's Andy, and in this episode number 2 of this series, we're going to be moving on to the Petit Cup. So in the last episode, we defeated the Petit Cup, and this one, we're going to do the Petit Cup. So it's a similar kind of thing. As you can see, they're levels 25 to 30 we're going to be up against, so all ours are going to be level 25. There's a lot less choice of Pokemon though for us to pick, but we'll get to that in a minute. Just a very quick little bit of housekeeping before we start. I have actually fished out the official Nintendo 64 guide, so I'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through the series, and certainly maybe touch on it this episode and explain to you why it is the worst kind of terrible. Also, I just want to say as well, on the previous series, I used to quite a lot say like and share and like and share the videos, but also I said to leave comments. Now, I didn't actually realise this at the time, but if you set your videos on YouTube as being suitable for children or aimed at children, then it's actually comments are turned off. So if anyone has watched the previous, anyone's listening to this now has watched the previous series or any video in this series, and you can't leave a comment and you want to leave a comment, then unfortunately there's not like a new. I know it seems a bit stupid that I've said, "Oh, leave a comment," and you can't, but hopefully that'll be changed at some point. But basically, cut a long story short, there's some guidelines to say when you upload a video. There's some guidelines that say when you upload a video, this is if it matches this criteria, you should say it's for children. So because these characters are recognisable to children, I don't swear. It's not an adult themed thing. I feel like I have to say it's aimed at kids, but that means people can't comment. And it's a bit daft, and maybe people don't care about that. But yeah, so I'll still beg for likes and shares and comments. Even though I can't actually get any, because hopefully at some point someone will listen to this and can comment. But for now, we can't comment. But anyway, so I just thought I'd mention that. I meant to mention it in episode 1 and forgot. So without any further ado, let's crack on. So we'll go into the Petit Cup. And as I said, it's slightly different to the Petit Cup. Obviously, apart from the level, there's a lot less choice. Now, I think the theme of this is supposed to be, well, clearly it's unevolved Pokemon. But I don't understand why certain Pokemon are omitted. Like, for example, there's no Ponyta. You can't select Ponyta. And Drowsy, that's another one you can't pick. There's probably some others as well, but they're the two that, to me at least, immediately stand out. Magnemite. And also, this Farfetch'd. I'm actually going to pick Farfetch'd, amazingly. But this Farfetch'd is the only Pokemon that you can pick that doesn't actually evolve. So all the rest of them do evolve, they're just the unevolved forms. Horsea, the last one. Right, let's go. Yeah, so I don't know why you can pick Farfetch'd, but you can't pick things like Jinx, or Scyther, or Pinsir. Also, I don't know why you can't pick Ponyta. I've got a theory, but it doesn't really hold up. Anyway, but let's just quickly go through the team. So Bulbasaur, only grass attacks, so no poison attacks. Just a Mega Drain though, which can be quite useful, and obviously Leech Seed as well. Machop, a couple of fighting moves, although one is obviously fixed damage. Karate Chop's always a critical hit, it's a bit like Slash. Fire Blast, probably won't use it, but we've got it if we need it. Geodude, pretty much there to resist electric. Obviously Dig's a good move. The rest of it's not that great, to be honest with you. Magnemite, really good. I didn't realise the Magnemite special was so good, actually. So that Thunder's going to be powerful if it hits. And we can also paralyse as well with Thunder Wave. Swift Swords is a useful little move to have in your arsenal as well. Farfetch'd, actually quite good stats, Farfetch'd. If you look at the quite good all-round stats for this stage, anyway. Obviously, Fly is a stab move. We've got Sand Attack as well if we're desperate. And last but not least, Horsea. We need an ice move. I think Horsea is the only Pokemon with an ice attack, so you really need to pick Horsea for that. Right, but for this battle, we're not going to pick. Oh no, we are going to pick Horsea. So we can hold that. We're going to pick Farfetch'd first, though. And then Horsea and Machop. Now, in theory, Farfetch'd should sweep here. But we've got Horsea with Ice Beam and Machop with Fire Blast if we get absolutely desperate. But like I said, there should be a Farfetch'd obliteration here, hopefully. Yeah, so the announcer guy. Oh god, that's perfect. So the announcer guy there, yes, is unevolved Pokemon, but yet they're not all available. I don't really get. My theory is, because the limit's at level 25. I may be wrong here, but I think on the Game Boy when you encounter Ponyta, they may already be level 25. I can't remember because you do encounter the Ponytas quite late on. It's at Cinnabar Island the first time you encounter a Ponyta, and at that stage I think the wild Pokemon are maybe over level 25. Maybe that's why Ponyta's not on. But I don't understand why there's no Drowsy, because you can catch a Drowsy, I'm pretty sure, at level 14, 16 maybe. And also I don't understand why Farfetch'd is the only one that doesn't evolve that you can get. Now I know you get Farfetch'd on the game by I can't remember what the Pokemon is, but you have to trade for it. Is it Butterfree or Beedrill or something that you trade for it? I can't remember. But either way, it's something that, again, it's quite a low level. But for memory as well, on the Game Boy game, you get Jinx by trading a Poliwhirl. And Poliwhirl, I believe, evolves at level 16. Either way, it's below level, whatever level it is. I'm sure it's below level 25. So again, I don't understand why you can't get Jinx. But anyway, there must be a reason. I think Tentacles also. I think there's no Tentacle or Seal. I don't think you can get those on this game, on this cup either. And obviously they're ones that, again, that you encounter quite late. Just before you get to in and around the Cinnabar Island, aren't they? So maybe that's why. Unless Pokemon Stadium doesn't like Cinnabar Island, I don't know. One thing I do know is that when this fly hits, it's going to be a clean sweep for the Farfetch'd. A little miss, announcer guy, that's what it'll do. Right. Weedly. I like how it throws a leek in the air, catches it in its beak, and then kind of arrows down, pointing the leek. I've actually got a plush Farfetch'd doll. It's holding the leek as well. So, yeah, fascinating. Right, so that was nice and easy. Nice gentle start. This cup is way easier than, well, I say way easier. It's easier than the Petit Cup. I actually can't remember anything about this cup. All I can remember about this cup is on round 2, Battle 6 is absolutely brutal. I'm imagining this will be maybe 1 to 5 are nice and easy, and then the last 3 maybe crank up the difficulty a little bit. But we shall see when we get there. If we ever get there, which we will. So because we're going to pick, for this one, we're going to pick Magnemite, we're going to pick Geodude, and again we're going to pick Farfetch'd. So Magnemite, super effective against the Pidgey and the Zubat. Geodude for the ground, and Farfetch'd against Bulbasaur. I think Geodude resists Rattata as well. I don't know what Rattata's got. If Ditto comes out, then we'll probably, I don't know, maybe Farfetch'd and face it with Magnemite. Right, let's go. Should be straightforward. It's only round 2. It's only battle 2 on round 1 of this game, so. Okay, there's the Ekans. So I think I may actually go straight to, I'm going to go straight to Geodude for this one.
Oh, and a rough Pokemon change.
Yep, so ground for the poison types. Might as well save the Magnemite because it's got Thunder, so we need it to have enough life left. The other problem with oh dear. One of the problems with Magnemite is it's quite slow. Oh, that was lucky. Again, it's round 1, so less reliable moves are even more unreliable. Well, it's probably going to go for it again because it will outspeed me, yeah. Now, as long as I'm not fully paralysed on both turns, that's kind of irrelevant. Right, well there we go, that's 1. Now, will you switch? That's the question. I don't think it will. Oh, it's one of those battles. Okay. It's a paralysis and then trap you battle. Yep, that's not good. We could have really done without that. Okay, we'll go for Dig anyway. And see if it goes for Wrap. Yeah, it does. I forgot about this. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of shenanigans here. We're just going to have to try and get through it. A bit like Daniel Bedingfield. I cannot believe that missed. Well, it doesn't continue. It never started. I think this is an Oko. If we can actually get it away. Oh, bite. Now, Bite, obviously on this generation, is a normal move. Just Dark doesn't exist. Please. There we go. You're damn right it is.
Which Pokemon is coming out?
I'm hoping he does have Ditto.
Oh, it's Bulbasaur.
I was hoping he wouldn't have this thing, but so we'll get out of there because it's
Pokemon are entirely different types.
he's going to go for a grass move. So we'll go to, I think Farfetch'd outspeeds Bulbasaur, so we'll go to Farfetch'd.
Oh, there's
Hopefully, I
Pokemon.
don't think I'll knock it out with a fly, unfortunately.
Oh, it's Farfetch'd.
The other show with two turn moves like Dig and Fly, if you are paralysed, you've got to break through twice, just hit one. Oh, Leech Seed.
Leech
Well, if I known that was coming, I'd have probably, I may have stayed in. Now, I mentioned this in the last episode, but Leech Seed's slightly different. I think I mentioned it. So Leech Seed's slightly different than it is on Generation 2. On Generation 2, the amount of damage, or the amount of life, so it saps away from increases each turn. Whereas on Generation 1, it's just a fixed amount each time. So it'll only sap 4 each time. Oh, Leech Seed and Poison Powder. Yeah, this guy's gimmicks a moves like that, basically, like status moves. I think it does. I think it has Stun Spore. I don't actually know, and the guide won't tell me. I'll talk about the guide in a minute. It is a thing of beauty. A bit like that fly.
There's a difference in the number.
What if the leak adds extra power? If that's why he puts in his beak, I don't know. Right, one left. Hopefully it's Ditto, and it is good.
The remaining
Right.
count is 3-1.
So we're still seeded.
The battle has become one-sided.
You know what? I'm going to go for Swords Dance. Screw it.
It increased its attack power.
So we'll go for Swords Dance, then we'll go for Fly and see what happens. My only concern there is going for Swords Dance. I don't know if now this Ditto gets the increased attack on the Fly. I may have just made a mistake then.
Neither one is conceding
But
an
I think it's safe to say we're going to win. Given the fact that it's weak, it's not very effective against the two Pokemon. Right, let's see what happens here. Okay.
The move failed.
Yep, ironic sand attack missing. Right, with any luck, this will knock it out. Now you see there's a speed tie. So I could have actually taken a sand attack there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's probably got increased attack. Because I used sand attack before it transformed. Okay. 15 HP. Let's go to... Even though it's paralysed, I'm going to go to Geodude. Just because it resists its moves. Whereas Magnemite, it won't resist normal. Because it's not got the steel type in. Nice and gentle start so far. Please stop going for sand attack. There's no need. Especially given the fact Rock Throw is inaccurate anyway. That's the reason why I didn't go to Magneton, because I had Magnemite. So has Magnemite got Swift, actually? It may have. Screw it, I'll go for Rock Throw anyway. Yeah, there's the attack increase. So we've only had one accuracy drop, so hopefully... Oh, God. Hopefully this won't take too long. Still not attacking. This is why I switched to Geodude, because it'll resist all Ditto's moves, and its defense is higher than Magnemite, so it just kind of makes the continue a bit more secure. But we actually need to hit something. Surely Strength will do 15 damage. Let's go for Strength because it's 100% accurate. Oh man, why? Speaking of why, I've actually got a bottle of orange soda with me, which is quite fun.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
We know, just hit, for God's sake. Nothing but air. Oh, man. Wish I'd stayed in with Ditto now. Let's keep going for Fly. I still want to take a hit and get knocked out, basically. I just want to I don't know whether the crowd keep cheering. I just want to guarantee they continue. I probably won't end up, probably won't need it. Right, it's finally attacking. So let's see how much damage this does, because it's had 2 attack increases on the sword stance, and I think, from memory, well, not from memory, like I said, I think that, did I say from memory then? And I think that because yeah, see, look how much damage that's done. In fact, one more there will knock me out. Please hit this strength. Thank you. There we go. We got there in the end. Made a bit of a mountain out of a molehill there, but we did it. So that was a bit more difficult than it could have been, just because I think I messed up a little bit there. Okay, Cascade badge done. We move on. That's Super Nerd. Oh, just Nerd on this one, not Super Nerd. Right, so for this one, for the 3rd battle in a row, we're going to pick Farfetch'd. And we're going to, for the 2nd battle in a row, we're going to pick Geodude. And for the first time, it's a debut for the Bulbasaur. So Farfetch'd, super effective against Execute. Geodude, mainly there for Voltorb if it comes out, also super effective against Coughing and Ghastly. Bulbasaur, quad effective against Geodude, super effective against Shellder. I don't think Shellder's got an ice move, but I don't know. So I think we've got enough bases covered that we should be okay. Hopefully it's Voltorb or Execute first. Let's see. It's Shellder. Okay, what are you going to do? Do you have an ice move? I don't actually know. Let's go to Bulbasaur anyway. Fortunately, here is Shellder is weak. Sorry, Farfetch'd is weak to ice, so it has got an ice move. It'll have it lined up. I don't think it does, though, as I said. Okay. Oh yeah, nerd. Yeah, nerds tend to blow themselves up, don't they? Okay. Well, that's not the end of the world. So we just need to hope the last Pokemon is something we can knock out. So no continue, it shouldn't matter. Oh, I could have flown them. If I'd gone for fly, that'd have... Oh, I screwed up then. Oh well. Yeah, I know that was coming. I'd have gone for fly. Right now, I think Ghastly's going to outspeed me, so I'm going to switch to... To be fair, this would be a Geodude battle anyway, so I'm going to switch to Geodude. And if it self-destructs, it'll resist it. You see, that's one of those. If I'd played it recently, I'd have known that was going to happen and gone for fly. Yeah, there we go. So this won't be very effective. We got 15 damage. Could have got to continue then if I'd known that and just flown. It would have been all good. And I'm hoping it's Voltorb. Hey! Orb Volt.
The remaining Pokemon stock is 2 to 1.
Right. Now I don't think it's got anything that can really do any damage to me. No, that's guaranteed 20 damage.
What'll it do? A decent hit.
And I think, well, no, one dig will knock it out. So.
It's burrowed underground. The heated battle rages on.
Yeah, the guide I keep mentioning. One thing it does do, which is interesting, it actually suggests teams you should use. So for this one, well, it doesn't suggest which round it's for. I think it's just for round 1. Which again, the first mistake, the first of a myriad of mistakes. Now the team it suggests for this cup is Charmander, Pikachu, Execute, Oddish, Omanite, and Machop. Now, I do remember once, it wasn't this cup, but I do remember using a suggested team for a certain cup and not being able to do it. Now, it might be my bad gameplay, I don't know, but I'm not 100% convinced that team could get through this cup. Particularly the Oddish. In English, that was particularly the Oddish. Maybe, I think the others. Well, obviously I picked Machop for this, but I think the others can do a job. But, yeah, Oddish is pretty terrible. Right, Sailor. So for this one, we're going to pick, perhaps no surprise, Magnemite. Perhaps no surprise, Bulbasaur. And perhaps no surprise, considering we've picked it every time so far, it's actually Farfetch'd again. So, Magnemite, obviously electric, super effective against all of them, except Machop. Bulbasaur resists Machop, unless it's got Fire Blast, like mine has. And also Farfetch'd super effective against Machop. So, yeah, we should be okay here. I'm not expecting too many problems. Plus, you could maybe pick, if you were guaranteed the Spearow coming out, you'd pick Geodude, but right. Like I said, the only problem with Magnemite is it's slow. Like compared to like Raichu and Electabuzz and Voltorb, they're all quite quick, so you kind of have to take a hit. I cannot believe. Well, I can't. It is slow, trust me. I don't know how it's outspeeding Krabby, but oh well. Get the process anyway. It's not going to. Yes, it's not a waste of a turn, right? So this Thunder hits, it's an OCO. Because Krabby's special is Abysmal. There we go. Yeah, the other thing about this guy, the worst thing about this guy is it doesn't actually tell you what moves the Pokemon have. It tells you what types. It tells you the move types of the Pokemon. And if you think that's bad enough, it doesn't list all of them. It doesn't list each. It doesn't list all 4. And they're all so wrong a lot of the time. But apart from that, it's a really, really good guide. I'm going to go straight for Thunder against Mega Cup because it's only going to have Tackle or Splash. So I think we can take that. Yeah, so for example, this Magikarp, in the guide, it basically, underneath Magikarp, it just says normal. So you've got to assume then all its moves are normal, but it doesn't tell you how many. It's so bad. It really is so bad. So this Horsea, according to the guide, this Horsea has 1 normal move and 1 water move. Now obviously it's got 4 moves, but in the guide it just says normal and water. So how many are water and how many are normal, I don't know. The other problem with this is as well, I'll just pick my move real quick. The other problem with this is as well, when a Pokemon has an ice move, for example, like when we get onto, we're gonna a bit of a spoiler here. When we get onto last, she's got a Jigglypuff. Now according to the guide, the Jigglypuff has an ice move. Now that ice move could be Ice Beam, it could be Blizzard, or it could be Haze or Mist. Now if it's Haze or Mist, we don't need to worry. If it's Blizzard or Ice Beam, then we're in trouble. So it's such a terrible guide. I just cannot believe how bad it is. Especially when it's the official. It even says on the cover, official Nintendo 64 strategy guide. So whoever sanctioned this, I really don't know. It's just so bad. So I was using this guide at first when I was doing my practice run, but then when I realised how bad it was, I quickly abandoned ship on that one. Right, Sailor. The may not know this, but sailors, they actually don't give them names; they give them letters. So you know, the Sailor A, Sailor C, Sailor M, for example. So I wonder if he was Sailor V. Right, so for this one, it is battle number 5, and we're going to pick Magnemite again. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to pick just Magnemite. We're going to pick Horsea, and we're going to pick Machop. So Magnemite, super effective against Poliwag. Machop, super effective against the normals. And Horsea, super effective against Growlithe and Cubone. If Abra comes out, I think we just need to basically paralyse it and not send in Machop. Although, I mean, I'd look at the guide to see what moves it's got, but does it tell me?
We're in the last half of the tournament.
Look onto the guide. Is this a junior trainer? Who even facing me? I don't even know. Oh, it's a female. Oh, okay. That's right then. Right, yeah. Okay, move on. Right, so let's go for the paralysis. You know, apparently this Poliwag has an ice move. No.
What'll it lead with? There, it's
So we're going to be both paralysed then. But no, just the Poliwag. Or the Poly, I should say.
Hit you, Thunder Wave. Oops, it's paralyzed. Neither one is considered
Right, this
an
should be an Oko if it is, because Poliwag's
They
special.
strike fighting poses.
Ain't that special? Ooh, a switch.
Returns to its
Well, as long as this isn't Cubo, that's good.
Oh, it's Rolla.
Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, baby. Oh, actually. Okay. Now, according to the guide, this Growlithe's got a ground move,
Savage attack.
and I'm inclined to believe it. Please hit. Thank you.
Savage hit. Will this
Okay.
Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Well, I'm going to switch anyway, so we'll go to Horsea.
Combatants
In fact, I think if Horsea's got Swift and it does go underground,
Pokemon change.
then I can hit it. Although it's 2 levels above, so it may outspeed. We haven't encountered level 30 yet, which is interesting. Now, you see, sometimes the guide does pull through for you.
How will the swap
Sometimes it
Pokemon
does.
fight?
Yep, Swift, because I think it's going to outspeed me. Sorry, I'm... No, actually, Swift. No, forget it.
That's a good hit.
Anyway, it was the right... My commentary was wrong, but the move was right, so that's all that matters. Right, so the Growlithe's knocked out. The Poliwag's as good as knocked out. We just hit 1 Thunder. Just whatever's last. Hopefully it's not Abra.
Here's a Pokemon.
Okay. Oh, don't go for Body Slam again.
The remaining Pokemon count is
Um,
3 to 2. This
I may go
battle
for
is
Smoke
still
Screen here.
up in the air.
No, I'll switch to Magnemite. I'll take a gamble.
Oh,
Surely it's gonna go for Body Slam again.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Please don't paralyze me.
What's that?
Thank you.
Oh. How will this swap affect the outcome?
Right. Please stay in. How many more of these can I take?
What's this? Hit the weak spot.
Yep, I knew that. Oh, I cannot believe that didn't knock me out. Because you know how much damage the first 2 did. There's no way this is hitting. If it was round 2, it wouldn't hit. Well, yeah, I would say round 2 it wouldn't hit. Round 1, I cannot believe I didn't get knocked out then. You can tell this is still round 1. Haven't missed Thunder yet either, which is a miracle.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon.
Well, at least that's a Poliwag out the way. Unfortunately, I can't paralyze whatever this is.
Oh, it's yeah.
No, it doesn't matter anyway.
The remaining
Right.
Pokemon count is 3 to 1.
So we go to Machop. We've got a bit of super effective action going. I think it's the first time Machop's been in battle. And I do need to take 2 attacks here. I'm going to take this attack. I maybe should have let Magnemite get knocked out, actually, but oh well. And a little bit of the Bubble Beam. Yeah, you see, that's why I oh, not as much damage as I thought. Supposed to be our special's not great.
Swap change the flow of battle?
Right, low kick, let's go.
The commands are issued.
Don't paralyze me. This is more powerful than Bubble Beam, so...
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay, took a bit of a hammer in here. Come on.
Low kick.
Thank you. Oh, a critical hit. I don't think low kick's one of those moves that's always a critical hit.
Take it down with one.
I think we were knocked out anyway, to be fair, so... Got a little bit fortunate there.
And there goes
That's what you could argue. I suppose you could argue we got unfortunate with the paralysis body slam and then a critical hit, but... yeah, I don't know how we survived that critical hit. That was a bit bizarre. Right, so... Nice and steady so far. 5 battles down. 4 continues, I believe. With the last 3 battles to go. So we've just beaten the female junior trainer. We're now up against the male version. Still no level 30 Pokemon. Right, for this one, we're going to go with Horsea. We're going to go with Geodude. And we're going to go with Bulbasaur. So Horsea, super effective against Digster and Magster and Charmant. Geodude, super effective against Fetch'd and Zuster and Magster. Did I say Horsea was super effective against Magster? No, it isn't. Ignore that. And Bulbasaur, super effective against Squirtant. So we've got a lot of super effective coverage. Also, Horsea's got Ice Beam, so that could also be good against Fetch'd and Zuster. So this should be fairly straightforward. If the previous 5 battles are anything to go by, then yeah. This is a gentle wind. Okay, Digster, good start. Which is probably going to outspeed me. Well, it will outspeed me. Yeah, screw it. Let's go for the Champions move. Okay. Oh no. That's going to ruin my Swift. Right, this will knock it out. I think Digster's special is poor. Doesn't have a lot of HP. So that's not a combination that's conducive to surviving a Bubble Beam from a Horsea.
There's been major action already.
So what we've got next? Magnemite, I'm guessing. Yep.
Oh, it's Magnemite.
Got a Magster.
The Pokemon
Again, according to the guy, this has
entirely different
electric and normal. How many of each and what they are? No idea. I'm guessing it's got Thunderbolt. Guessing it's got Thunderbolt, Supersonic. Might even have Self-Destruct, actually. Either way, Geodude. It's going to have an electric move lined up.
Oh, there's going to be a change of Pokemon.
They don't seem to switch as much on round 1 as well. On round 2 is a lot more switching for, you know, for weaknesses. Whereas on round 1, they tend to just take their medicine. So if you send a... Okay. So if you send... Why would you not have an electric? Unless you're preempting the switch. Oh my god! Your tackle isn't 100% accurate, amazingly. It's 95. It's really, really random. Of all the moves to not be 100% accurate... Oh god. Of all the moves to not be 100% accurate... Why couldn't the tackle have hit? Yeah, it's weird. If the computer sends out a Parasect and you send out a Charizard, it's probably not going to switch, even though you couldn't have a more one-sided matchup in that sense.
What now? It didn't work.
Right, don't miss. Don't.
Dig this.
There we go. We know you don't like sand in your eyes, but bright lights we can get away with. Right, see what's last. Hopefully Charmander. Or Farfetch'd. There we go. Right, what are you going to do?
The remaining Pokemon count is 3.
Yeah, there's a Charmander. I'm not going to spoil you. There's a Charmander, I think, at this stage of this cup on round 2, and it is.
Oops, that's a miss.
Okay.
The underground attack
And it is yeah. It isn't charming.
are flying in this battle.
Do you remember the oh, I don't know. I don't know how it was going. Hopefully, though, this Charmander's going to... Yay! You know what? I can't bother with 2-turn moves. Just go to Horsea. Let's go to Horsea. I thought Cut was 100% accurate. I can't believe... How did that miss? Not that it, oh my god. Not that it would have hardly done anything, but... Yeah, you see, on round 1, you've got, like... Yeah, you've got Ember, Leer, and Cut. On round 2, it's like Fire Blast, Earthquake, and... I don't know. Fissure, right? Something like... It's not that, but you know what I mean. Seismic Toss, I think it's got. I think it's got... I think the Charmander that I referred to earlier... I think he's got Seismic Toss and is level 30, so it does even more damage. Just bizarre. Come on, Horsea. Let's go. A lot more prevalent on this game than it was on Stadium 2 Bubble Beam. So maybe some more tired Chris Jericho impressions on the way. Just again, sign of things to come.
What now?
Oh no, not Leer.
Yes, it's working.
I wouldn't say it's working. I suppose it's doing what it should be doing, but it's not.
How's that?
It's not going to alter the outcome. Right, 35 minutes on the clock, and we're already at the semi-final stage. See you, JR. So 2 junior trainers down. So, 5 continues, 2 battles, Volcano and Earth. I think it's safe to say, it was the last with the ice, with the Jigglypuff with the ice move. Right, no, it was last on the Petit Cup, sorry, that kicked my butt. Kicked my ass. Kicked my lass. Why did I think of that one last time? I can't believe I just thought of that joke. I've ruined it as well now. Anyway, move on. So, for this one, it's going to be, where's my notes? Oh, there. It's going to be Bulbasaur. I'm still basking in my own glory of that terrible joke that I just butchered. Geodude, and that could have been funny, that. Disappointed. Anyway, move on. So, Bulbasaur, Geodude, Machop. So, Bulbasaur, quad effective against Kabuto. Resist Picket as well. Machop, super effective against the 3 normals at the bottom there. Geodude, super effective against the Vulpix and Pikachu. I don't anticipate the same problems that we had in Petit Cup. And now, finally, we are facing a level 30, I would imagine here. So I'm guessing it's going to be Eevee. Oh, how did I know? Right. I can't remember the players here. Is it Machop or is it... Obviously Machop's super effective, but I'm just wondering if it's Geodude. I'm going to go to Geodude. Perhaps against my better judgment.
Changing Pokemon.
Because I can't remember the play here. I'm looking at this, I'm slagging the guide off and now I've started reading it again. And according to the guide, this only has normal and poison moves. Which is why I went to Geodude. Which is why I went to Geodude. So I didn't want to go to Machop and have to take 2 hits. Well, when you look, she'll switch here, but I don't think she will. So let's go for D. Let's see what it does.
The commands are issued.
Yeah. There's the poison move. I was expecting that first, actually. Right, I need to hit this dig and then get out. Because I want to... My only concern here is if she's got Vulpix, I really, really need Geodude. Right, okay, that's fine. That's okay. Critical hit would be great. Oh, we'll take that. If I wasn't poisoned, I'd stay in, but because I am, I'm going to have to get out. So, we'll go to Bulbasaur. Actually, that's why she didn't. Yeah, that's why she didn't go for Toxic first move, wasn't it? Because it was Bulbasaur that was out. Duh. Makes sense now. There's the Sand Attack again. Could have done without that, really. Right, I'm going to take a little... Because we've got a lot of continues, I'm going to take a little bit of a gamble and go for Leech Seed. Yeah, Bulbasaur's quite bulky, at least. So it should be called Bulkysaur. Or maybe not. Right, if this misses... Well, either way, I'm getting out of here. I can't believe that hit. One thing I will say is because she's picked Eevee, she now won't have Kabuto. Right, so we'll go back to Geodude. Well, it goes for double. It may even switch out here, actually. Yeah, this is where you need, if you had Ghastly, this Eevee can't do any damage to Ghastly. It can't poison it, and it can't hit any of its normal moves. Apart from Sand Attack, obviously. So Ghastly will be useful at this point. But we don't have it. So, tough. How much life are we going to sap? 5. And how much are we going to lose from poison? I kind of don't want to knock this out. In some ways. So I want to sap its life back, but... Screw it, we'll go for strength, why not?
They strike fighting poses. What'll it do? That was weak.
Yeah. Recall damage. As long as its strength does 10, which it should do.
Right.
Yeah. I went for strength because I didn't want to take the poison damage.
Is it down and out?
Right, so we're not in the healthiest position here because we've got 2 nearly dead Pokemon.
Pokemon is coming out.
one of which is poisoned. Okay, that's good. That's okay. Although the fact she sent this out makes me think it must be able to do something to me. Oh, okay. Okay. One of those, is it? No, because I'm poisoned. Yeah, because I'm poisoned. This doesn't give me unlimited shots at this thing, and obviously because it's a two-turn move, and I'm slower. Yeah, I really need this to hit, because it's just going to get more difficult. Oh, there we go. We needed that. We needed that. Right. I think we're okay now with respect to whatever the last Pokemon is. Hopefully it's not Vulpix. I want one of the two normals, if ideally. Hey, there we go. Clefable, I know this is Clefairy, but Clefable is one of my least favourite Pokemon in this game, so... you know what, self-destruct, why not? It's a bit of fun. Not bothered about to continue. This may knock me out, actually. I don't think it will.
What's this?
No, not even close. Okay, it won't knock me out, not even close. Well, see you, Clefairy. There we go. Just speeds things. It cost me to continue, but it just speeds things up a little bit. Could have gone to Machop then, but I didn't. Yep, there goes the battle. So, she did get a last kick there. I'm gonna wear that joke out now. I've thought of it. I can't. Anyway, whatever. Right, volcano badge done. So quite appropriate that we won the volcano badge on an explosion, although it was self-destruct, not explosion. I'm going to be pedantic. Right, Pokemaniac with his Dratini again. Level 30 is coming up here. So for this one, we're going to go with Horsea. We're going to go with Bulbasaur. And we're going to go with Magnemite. So Magnemite's super effective against the Psyduck and the Omanyte. Bulbasaur super effective against the Sandshrew. Horsea, we need Horsea for the Dratini because it's got an ice move. If any of the Nidorans come out, just gang up on it. Magnemite's probably the best thing for that. Shouldn't have too many problems here.
This is it, the final battle. Who will back in the glory?
Hopefully Dratini will start if she's... Okay, I haven't even got Dratini. I may stay in here. I'm just concerned if this thing's got an ice move. Do I need Bulbasaur for anything else other than... Well, I don't really need it for Sandshrew, but it'll outspeed Sandshrew. Yeah, we'll go Bulbasaur, why not? Why not? I was going to stay in and go for Bubble Beam because it's neutral. It's normal damage because of the typing, but yeah, we'll go Bulbasaur. Why not? We've got 6 attempts at this. I think we should be okay.
Here's the first move. That was weak.
It was weak, but Omanyte special is ridiculously high, so not the greatest thing. All right, Mega Drain. Hopefully this is an Ocom. I don't think it will be, and if it isn't, and it's got an ice move, we may have a problem.
What now?
Nope, not even close. Yeah, there we go. So the guide actually pulling through for me at the minute. Okay, that's knocked me out. I think normal damage I'd have survived that. Right, we now do have a problem. I said that if Sandshrew comes out, I mean, said that we've got Horsea, haven't we? So I don't know what I'm worried about. I'm going to risk Magnemite here. Because it will outspeed it, I think. Even though it's 5 levels lower and it's slow, I think it will outspeed it. Because I'm going to start... So Omanyte even. Might get it right eventually. And I'm wrong. No, I'm not, because it's switching. No, not Sandshrew. Well, what was I saying earlier? They don't normally switch. Apparently they do.
What's that?
Right, is it going to be Dig or is it going to be Earthquake? Really did sacrifice Bulbasaur there. Made a bit of a mistake, I think, there. I'm still convinced, though, without that critical it would have survived. Having said that, a not very effective Surf did a lot of damage, so maybe it wouldn't have done. I don't know. Anyway, move on. I was hoping to actually do a cup without using a continue, but I don't think I am now. Unless I can... Please be Dig rather than Earthquake. Thanks for nothing. I don't think this is an Oko, but I may be wrong.
Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Come on, Horsea. Oh, we needed that. I actually think without that it wouldn't have knocked it out. Because it's not the strongest. If it was Surf, it would have done. Because it's not the strongest. I think it's power 60. So quite, not a little bit of the Bubble Beam, quite a lot of the Bubble Beam. Right, Ranmania. Okay. It's running wild. I still don't know if Magnemite outspeeds. I don't know. Right. Do we go for the stab move or do we go for the more powerful move? I think in this case it doesn't make any difference. I'll go for Bubble Beam because if I die, I could do with just a speed drop.
What's this?
Okay, a critical hit and a speed drop. I think. Don't knock me out.
What will it do?
Thanks for nothing.
Oh, it's down.
Yeah, I said on previous episode. Excuse me, I was hoping I could get to them without coughing, but no chance.
Face each other.
Yeah, I said on previous episodes, critical hits are a lot more prevalent. On the previous episode, critical hits are a lot more prevalent on this game. Will Swift do 10 damage? Surely it will. I just don't trust Thunder to hit. Swift, surely it's going to do 10 damage. Come on, I don't have to do this again. I just want to try and get through this without... There we go. Just want to try and get through this without using a continue if we can. Round two I'd expect continues, but round one we should be able to do this. Yeah, you can see this is a lot easier than Petit Cup. How many critical hits have there been in this battle though? It's been absolutely insane. There hasn't been that many throughout the rest of the run, but this battle, there's been at least 4 I think, hasn't there? Because we had one with the Blizzard, just had one there with the takedown. I've had 2 Bubble Beam critical hits. It's been insane. Right, am I quicker? Let's see. Yes, right. So if this hits, then we win. Which is a big if. See? Right, don't knock me out, that's all I ask. It's going to do a lot of damage. Critical hit will knock me out. And obviously Surf normal. The ironic thing is, Surf sees one of those moves that's normally critical hit. Well, not in this case on that one, but yeah, it's quite ironic that that's not a critical hit, and we've had loads of them. Please hit. Thank you. Yeah, see if that misses, there's not a lot you can do, and you're just gonna. Well, one thing you can do, you do the battle again. Okay, there we go. Job done. So the Cyclops Pokemon sorts it out. We get the job done in the end. Sacrificed Bulbasaur a little bit, but it didn't matter. Did its job. Got a bit of life off it, which was the main thing. There we go. Surprised it fit the routine, actually. Normally does. Certainly round 2. It's nearly always Platini. Right, so again, these Pokemon go into the Hall of Fame, the Victory Palace or whatever it's called. So we have trophies already of these Pokemon. No Machop. Did Machop actually do anything except that one low kick? I don't think it did it? So because of that, it won't be the MVP. So we just need to pick that, and I think we're going to give it to. I really don't know because I can't think of anything that really stood out. Yep, Petit Cup clear. So all good stuff. That's 2 episodes nearly done already. We just need to pick the MVP. I'm going to give it to... something. I think if Magnemite hadn't missed that last Thunder, I'd have given it to Magnemite. But because it did... I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember who did what. I think everybody kind of contributed equally because Farfetch'd seemed to do a lot, but after Battle 4, Farfetch'd disappears. I'm just looking at who comes out the last battles. Bulbasaur's picked quite a lot, but didn't seem to do anything. So, I kind of want to give it Geodude, but I don't think it. Should we give it Geodude? At least it's Geodude or Horsea, I think, for me. So we'll go for... yeah, screw it, we'll go for Geodude, why not? Who cares? I care, actually. But yeah, we'll go for Geodude. Horsea, again, spoiler coming up. When we get to round 2, Horsea will come out again. Whereas Geodude won't. So because that's Geodude's only shot, we'll give it Geodude, why not? It swept, I think it swept Battle 7, didn't it? So, with the self-destruct. Yeah, give it Geodude. So that was... yep, Geodude MVP. That was episode 2 of this series, so 2 down, 38 to go. I may bring back the alliterative introductions. If anyone's seen the previous series that I made on Pokemon Stadium 2, they'll know what I am talking about. If they haven't, and you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're in for an absolute treat. But we will see if we're going to do that. So the next episode, just a quick preview. We're going to be moving on to the Poké Cup and Prime Cup. Now for the next 8 episodes, so we're going to do the Poké Cup first, then the Prime Cup, all 4 levels. Now the Poké Cup Pokeball division on level 1, I believe, is the easiest cup on the game. So the next episode really should be a nice, quick, easy, gentle wind, as I said earlier. But until we get to that point, for now, it is sayonara.